What's up, family? Daddy and Rose Honey coming at you from the kitchen. You may have noticed or remembered a couple months ago, I did a video from the store showing my results from wearing a continuous glucose monitor and eating different foods throughout the week and the different glucose reactions. And I've done a few videos over the years about food for diabetics. Now, let me preface this by saying I'm not diabetic. Beautiful, ROSE. And my body's different than yours. So when I show foods that have a different glycemic reaction, it's always based upon my body. But I wanted to walk you around my kitchen, my pantry, my freezer, and show you the foods at home that are low glycemic and don't spike my blood sugar, and maybe you'll get some inspiration from that too. First things first, Rose, why don't we go to the pantry and show some stuff there?
No, Daddy, first, do you have any brookies?
Do I have any brookies for you? No, but Mommy made these hot chocolate cupcakes yesterday. Rose wants to show you her corner. The pantry's finally done, by the way. We call it the Flav City Market. And this wing here, Mom, is Rose's corner because she's the only one who could fit in there. Now, we don't eat cereal for breakfast. We have it for dessert while watching Tulsa King with Stallone. How good is that? Now, cereal is usually a no-no if you're watching your blood sugars. There's two kinds of cereal we eat. One is paleo, one is keto. This is the paleo one. It's 7 Sundays. But it's still not necessarily diabetic or low carb friendly because you look here and it has, what does that say? 27 grams of total carbs and 1 gram of fiber. It's a great paleo cereal, but this is the keto cereal. I talk about it a lot. It's from Thrive Market. It's keto coconut flakes. Rose got the keto cookie dough there. This is cool. So check this out. This is just made of coconut meat, coconut water, and a little bit of palm starch. Not palm oil, palm starch. 14 grams of total carbs. What does that say there, Des? I can't see.
5 grams.
5 grams of fiber. So we're talking 9 net carbs. This literally, let me open it up here. It's like crispy coconut meat. It's so lovely. And when you pour it over some good quality milk, delicious. This is a keto diabetic friendly cereal. And because, Rose, it's made from coconut meat, what lives in the coconut meat? MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, great for energy and for your brain. This is great diabetic friendly cereal that won't spike your blood sugar. There you go, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so polite. This is a Bobby approved keto cookie dough. At Whole Foods. It's by Boo. It's very yummy. Rose has a Kiki milk. We're gonna come back here. I'm trying to navigate into Rose's corner. Okay. All right, rice. Now, we have a couple different kinds of rice here. My favorite rice, that's real rice, that happens to also be diabetic friendly in moderation, is this. So wild rice is not just a wild and crazy guy. It's not actually rice. It's an aquatic grass. And the benefit of that actually is heavy metals. Rice can be notorious for heavy metals. Aquatic grass has no heavy metals. But the beauty of this, can you zoom in, Des, on the fiber and the protein with this? Because it's a super complex carbohydrate, the fiber and the protein is off the charts. When you eat a complex carbohydrate that's high in fiber, the fiber slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, lowering the glycemic response. So this, along with a good protein, would be fantastic. And that's what I did actually when I was wearing the CGM. I had this one night and it was a very moderate spike. And then I did white rice one night. And the reason why we have white rice here is when Rose was sick last month, Desi was making her chicken soup and she was having this. This is your worst enemy because this is a simple carbohydrate. Brown rice is better. Brown rice still has the fiber and the hull on there. White rice has that stripped away. This is nothing but a simple carbohydrate. It spikes your blood sugar in a major way unless you actually cook it and then chill it overnight. I'll show you in the fridge and freezer how there's a hack for that. And then actually there's a really cool study. Desi's making a face. If you chill it overnight and then reheat it the next day, you take the starch and you make it much more slow to absorb in your bloodstream. Yeah, it's more resistant. Very interesting experiment I want to do next time I throw on the CGM. So I would avoid for the most part white rice. Brown is better, but wild rice is where it's at. Okay.
Dad,
Yes, my love.
I'm all done with the cookie milk.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Ah, lovely. Okay. Oh, as long as we're down here, and speaking of keto, if you haven't tried my new keto salted peanut butter hot cocoa from Flav City,
Mama?
It is delicious. Of course, it has 0 grams of added sugar, but it's 3.5 net carbs, no natural flavors, no BS ingredients. And we should still have some left. This is a limited flavor for the winter. Mint hot chocolate with 2.5 grams of net carbs. And if you're looking for the lowest carb protein smoothie that I have, it's this one. Vanilla cream only has 7 net carbs, and this is a full smoothie. This has in here collagen, grass-fed whey protein, banana, reishi, coconut milk, an amazing smoothie. Let's do 15% off for folks watching this video with promo code glucose. Glucose will get you 15% off site-wide at shopflavcity.com. When I made that video the other month about my experiment wearing the CGM, I was using the Dexcom G6, which is nice because you don't have to touch your phone to it. It talks remotely to your iPhone or Android device. And I was using the Levels app with this performance patch so it wouldn't fall off. Levels app is cool because yes, it'll track your glucose response to the food you eat, but all throughout the day, it'll track all of your activities along with the food and show you minute by minute what your glucose is doing corresponded to the food or the activity. So when I ate, I would take a picture, log it to the app, and I would tell exactly what I was eating. And when I worked out, I put it in there too. Anytime I worked out, especially after a meal, if it was slightly carby, blood sugar would go down. So it's important to track it always if you're biohacking, if you're diabetic or not. But having the Levels app is really insightful because you know exactly what the food you're eating and the activities you're doing and how that affects your CGM. Levels is cool. When I was wearing it last time, people were asking about it. I'll probably slap the app on at some point in January, February for another experiment. But I have a link down below. You can join Levels. It's $200 a year for the membership. That gets you access to the app and more. But the cool thing is they sell you the hardware at cost. So if you want the Dexcom, or I believe they have the Freestyle Libre, they'll sell it to you at cost. I think you have to get the equipment at least once. And then after that, if you get your own equipment somewhere else, you can skip, but you'll have access to the app. And my link gets you an extra 2 months to your yearly membership. Very, very cool to track how food and events you do throughout the day affect your glucose level. So if you're interested, try it out down below. It's very, very helpful. What does that say there?
Rose.
Rose. A little rosé and red wine. If you're diabetic, if you're keto, if you're watching your sugar, please keep in mind that most wine produced almost anywhere has added sugar to it. A 5-ounce pour of wine will usually have about 3.5 grams of carbs. Let me show you something cool. Look at this, baby. This entire bottle only has 0.6 grams of sugar. And this one's from, Sacre Bleu, France. This is Dry Farm Wine, a company that I work with, but I love their wine. 0.6 grams of sugar in the whole bottle versus a 5-ounce pour of most other wine having 3.5 grams of carbs. That's because most winemakers add sugar to their wine, and most winemakers use ridiculous amounts of chemicals. This is not just natural organic wine, it's no added sugar, chemical free. Easiest swap to do would be to go to Whole Foods or any wine section, ask for the natural wine section, but this is Dry Farm Wines. If you follow me on Instagram stories for Flav City, I'll have a promo code at some point in the future. But if you're diabetic, keto, and watch your sugars, you can still have wine, it just has to be the right wine. Rose is on camera duty. Rose, we're gonna transition over to your refrigerator. Let's go over there. We're walking over to Rose's fridge. This is good. Mom, you might get replaced by Rosie here. Okay, breakfast. Traditional breakfast is gonna be high in carbs. Think about bread with jam or jelly, orange juice, sugar in your coffee, no good. I eat a pretty hearty breakfast, and I do it with bread, 3 slices of bread, and I put a little jam on my bread. And if you look at my glycemic response to that, it's minimal to none. Why? Because, that's Mommy's homemade jam. Mom made jam with organic strawberries, raspberries, keto wine. I want to talk about the wine. And a touch of lemon juice, right? Delicioso. Maple syrup. Delicious. So this is the keto bread I eat. You can get it at Whole Foods. I usually get it when it's on sale. It's a Florida-based company. Rose is getting all the good stuff out of here. The coconut cult yogurt is amazing. This is a gluten-free paleo keto bread. You can use any keto bread you want. Even if it's not Bobby approved, it's still not gonna spike your blood sugar. So if you get something like a Carbonat or the keto bread from Costco, sunflower oil, maybe gluten in there, not approved. But the whole point is when you eat a keto bread, it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much. And look at the results. When I had a regular breakfast with a bagel, cream cheese, jam, a cup of OJ, and I put a little coconut sugar in my coffee, my glycemic was off to the races. It literally spiked. And the next day I had a keto breakfast, hearty. I call it the keto trucker's breakfast, and I barely had any spike at all. So it really matters the way you start your day, because if you think of the traditional American breakfast, like I just explained, it might sound healthy, but it's not. It starts the day with a massive spike. That's the milk that I use to make my Flav City protein smoothies. All right, that is it, my friends. How is that hot chocolate cupcake? Tasty. We're making a little bit of a mess there. But that is it. Once again, I'm not diabetic. I'm not a doctor. How this food affects my body and my blood sugar is different from you. But I wanted to share the at-home items I have in my fridge and freezer and pantry just to maybe give you a little bit of inspiration. But that is it from home base, where the family's coming in from Chicago to visit us very soon. Rose, honey, mommy, and daddy leave you like we always do. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Love you.